some news about Star Wars robots in space. Now, without getting into that, what do you think that is? Like, I want to know, before we get into anything or talk about, like, what do you think? Because I know that you weren't here.
We're sending all kinds of stuff into space right now. I know that, I think they sent a Tesla up, didn't they?
Yes.
So
Elon
now we're sending,
Musk,
he sent up a Tesla.
Elon Musk sent up his personal Tesla Roadster into space.
So I'm fine with them sending anything from Star Wars up.
No, like, I believe, if, Chris, I'm not mistaken, you have some insight on the whole NASA thing, correct? No? Okay.
Apparently not. We got the shoulder shrug.
Our usual co-host RJ actually wrote the notes this week, and he added this, and then he couldn't make it to the show, so I'm not entirely sure. So basically, our notes say NASA robotics engineer Chris Verdene has said that NASA should strive to build robots such as R2-D2 and BB-8. And I think I agree, because I know what it means. What do you think that means?
Promotion for Disney.
Lauren, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
what do you mean? What does it mean? Like,
yeah, what does it mean? Like
robots?
Yeah,
or
like, do you think that they're actually going to be sending up an R2-D2 and a BB-8, or what do you think the like? I'm trying to form words. Okay, I'm gonna.
I know
move
what
on.
you mean.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's probably
Cool.
marketing, and they might be. I mean, if Elon Musk can send a car up, I don't see why we can't send like a droid up or something.
We have some word from our affiliate, our associate here, RJ, joining us online, and he's saying that planning the robots is kind of definitive, and the one scientist who was kind of talking about it and having this idea was that bringing these robots or quote unquote droids into space would just be something I guess NASA scientists could draw inspiration from.
Was he specifically talking about like the utilization of how R2 and BB-8 are versatile and can do more things in space?
That's what it sounds like to me.
That's
like
what it sounds like.
That's kind of what I was
thinking.
I was trying to get at that, but I couldn't form words.
If you look at NASA, I think the possibilities are there with how NASA is progressing and being able to have this type of technology where they have, I mean, if we're going to use the word robotics, I mean, they have robotic arms to reach other different satellites or robotic mechanisms, for lack of better terms, because I'm not a NASA scientist.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. I don't know why I did that voice.
Are you an expert on droids, though?
No, definitely not. But I'm just Chopper and R2. Anyway.
Just Chopper.
Chopper and R2.
Yeah, wait, why are they saying just a BB-8 or an R2? Why not Chopper?
Yeah.
Too much attitude?
Like, I mean, I would assume not C-3PO because he's whiny and annoying and.
But he's also not. I mean, he doesn't really repair anything.
What about K2?
He just walks.
Oh.
But K2 died.
Oh yeah, well.
Spoilers.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, K2. I would have loved to see a scene where BB-8 does the whole thing again, where where NASA shuttles just go into rotation, and BB-8 all of a sudden does his Spider-Man thing and just projects his little hooks onto the sidewalls of the shuttle or any spacecraft that they're in. So I think the idea is also because they've had a big thing about promoting science and especially towards the kids, how kids can get involved, schools, different colleges, high schools, whatever, to get these people involved and motivate them into understanding science. And probably putting Star Wars into space is something that inspires them to be able to build on that and basically move forward, if that's how the Force works.
Yeah.
So
that's not how the Force works.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that. I'm like,
he made it too easy.
I know. I was waiting for somebody to make a comment on that. But I think that's probably. I assume that's one of the ideas as well too.
RJ wants you to notice him, senpai.
What's up, RJ?
Hey, RJ.
Yeah. So what he was saying, he was primarily just saying that like the versatility of like R2 has like a welder inside, and then he can project, and he can be like a phone and like a all of these things, and the versatility of a robot that is like R2, not specifically talking about NASA's gonna build an R2-D2 and put it in space.
See,
that would be really
that's
cool.
what I thought when you first told me. I'm thinking
Dude, that's what
they're
I
gonna
thought.
send an actual R2 unit up with with a holographic message for whatever alien life they found to come help us because they're our only hope because we're doomed.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
we do have. Actually, we just got a call. Who's actually from a fan, a listener who's has some insight and wants to discuss this. I assume his name is. I think his name is Taylor.
Yeah.
If he'd like to join in on the conversation and what we're discussing about NASA's involvement with Star Wars and vice versa.
Yeah. I just
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I was thinking about how, like, you were mentioning the BB-8 thing. First off, I want to say I think that's a cooler idea than R2, personally, because I think I'm more of a fan of BB-8. But it's...
Well, what about Chopper, though?
What about Chopper?
Robot with sass and attitude.
Or a
droid, I'm sorry.
Like Siri with a tequila shot or something. But yeah.
Accurate.
Great. I like the idea. I think I get what she's saying about the idea of R2 being like an assist droid out in space, kind of, rather than like taking the jobs that everyone like is so afraid of with droids. Like it's like more like you have a helping hand out there in space rather than like someone taking everything away from you, which I could totally kind of get down with. I've always, because who hasn't wanted an R2 like? An actual one.
I want an actual R2.
I want one.
I always wanted an R5D4, but that's just me.
R5D4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
From
one.
where?
I personally would go again
one.
BB-8.
BB-8, yeah. Yeah, the versatility for that, I think could be massive to be able to, like, as like an assist droid to say make a repair on the space station or something like that. You can send that out instead of sending like a person with a rope.
Are we worried about like a Big Brother R2 though?
Yes,
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
obviously. I mean, like you have to,
Is that where the sass comes in then?
yes.
Like maybe we just I don't know. I personally I wonder if it would get to a point then like with the droids where like they would just start communicating with each other.
It's
to get
Skynet.
things.
It's
yeah.
the precursor to Skynet.
Well, I mean, but
like
it's
I was sitting here for like 2 minutes trying to figure out what that was called.
Dun, dun,
Like, what
dun,
is
dun,
this?
dun.
Yeah. That's a precursor of Skynet.
I think that like from what I get, because NASA is like a public kind of like it's not private like Elon Musk and everything. So like I think what they're trying to do is by entering in the progress of like creating an assist network of droids, it kind of makes the playing field of construction for the Death Star more of a communal effort, so we don't have so much of a crazy group of people owning up space. I think is kind of what they were getting at.
The kinder, gentler Death Star?
Yeah, a kinder, one for
The
all.
one that instead
One
of
that doesn't
blowing,
destroy
an
planets.
American Death
no,
Star,
it
if you
destroys
will.
planets by making them.
Great again?
It gives,
Making them great.
Making flowers grow and
I'm
stuff.
so done.
I was gonna say making them sprout pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
You can get Matt Damon to assist with the droids as well.
Please,
too, and
yes.
Start going plants and everything else on a different planet or something.
Yeah, or Matt Damon. No, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
He's got all the He's got all of the. He's got all the.
It's just him in Transformers. What are you talking about?
No, he's got all the experience dealing with all the robots.
Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. They're like.
But they're just gonna blow everything up in space, and they're not gonna benefit in any way. I don't see that happening. I can't. Now Matt Damon, actually, NASA is like this part of this government agency, and we're totally taking this thing on a whole different tangent
What
here,
happened,
guys.
guys?
Yeah, we totally deviated from the original conversation,
okay.
but it's okay. We're geeks. This is what we talk about. And if let's think about it. If Matt Damon can put his, I don't know if I can say this, feces and everything's going green, and if droids can help out with that, shoot, why not? I'd watch a Smithsonian channel based on that.
What?
If they do a documentary of like, okay, here's droids in space with NASA.
What do they do? Process feces.
I think that's the kind of coolest thing kind of growing up watching this stuff. It's kind of like you grow up thinking it's all like sci-fi, and then we're at this point in time where it's like real talk.
Yeah, it's like this is stuff that's actually going on.
Yeah, like people are actually creating potatoes with poo. Like,
I would rather they be building lightsabers. That's more important.
Same.
Priorities.
That's like one of the handiest tools is to have a lightsaber. I mean,
Or an
Right?
astromech droid.
That too,
Where's the scissors? Just get the lightsaber. Get a finer cut on paper. But I think that is now if we do see this whole NASA and Star Wars partnership, so to speak, I think that would just obviously promote a great idea for people to get into science, to see the adventure and type of possibilities that there are. I mean, let's talk about a different franchise. We might, we'll see probably some light speed or some other type of speed, light traveling capabilities.
do you think Disney would jump in on it, like, and create like a space princess? Because they're with
please.
they're with Star Wars now, right? So like it would
Well, yeah.
involve them.
A space princess?
Yeah.
Like a
Send Minnie up there.
to get people interested in like science. They create like a space princess, and she's like up in space with R2 like building droids.
That
So-
sounds
so-
very 90s, though.
So yeah, very aerial, like up where they walk, up where they float,
Down
up
where they walk. Really, at
if
this
I
situation.
knew that song by heart, I could paraphrase and make it space themed.
Yeah, Ariel goes on surface. Now she's on the moon.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Then upgraded again.
Yeah, if
She
I was
gets a whole
more
different
into
type of
Disney and
exploration.
like singing, I would sing like a space version of the.
Buzz Lightyear has his possibilities now, becoming
You
real.
can finally find his daddy.
If anybody is watching live, Patrick is now like, I don't know why I know you guys.
His
What show is
face.
this?
The HoloFeed, where we just talk about anything and everything, Star Wars and everything random.
We're just
Oh
we're
my
just getting
God.
off
It's
topic.
St. Patrick's Day, guys. We're sober. We're all sober, by the way.
For now.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Hey, it's RJ's fault. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
That's
RJ,
true.
Yeah, this is RJ's fault.
This is all RJ. We blame it. Gladly he's not here.
Yeah, I mean he did write the notes though.
I thank you for anybody listening and watching with us. Thank you for joining in.
I also
Please
wanna,
comment along with us and your thoughts about the Jedi
Anything and
novelization.
everything that we're talking about today.
Yeah, please.
Also, I do want to say thank you for Taylor for calling in and talking to us and putting his little spin on what we were talking about and adding to the conversation. We really do appreciate it. And obviously
I'm
going
still
back
thinking
to
about
that.
princesses in space.
Princesses.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go on to that now. Okay,
s-
Patrick brought it up again, so it's his fault.
Princesses in space.
I just
Awesome.
picture Princess Leia walking around the Death Star saying, "Look at this stuff, isn't it neat?"
Doesn't it make?
Thanks, Ron. I feel better. You
Does
jumped in with
anybody
me.
know where I can find my home complete?
Nicely done.
guys, I thought we were done with this.
No. No, because her home exploded.
Right. Wouldn't you say
anyway.
she's the girl? The girl that has nothing?
Yes. Yeah.
I think Rapunzel would have the best Leia buns if she were to
Oh my
cosplay.
gosh. Yes.
Like the hugest, biggest buns in the Star Wars universe.